Papa, 3, 2, 1.
What's up, guys? Welcome to BB Talk. I really hope you guys can hear me. You know, I'm gonna hold mine because I feel like that's better.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be
Okay.
better. Yeah. Wait, let me. Yeah.
Oh, well, I see people like clip it on something and they hold it.
Let's just hold it.
Okay. Here, wait. I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'll just hold it. Okay. Ready?
Yes.
Okay. What's up, you guys? Hello, everybody. Welcome to BB Talk.
Yes.
And we are at a new background today, the beach.
Yep.
And yeah, we just wanted to do a little, I guess, beach anniversary episode while we're here. We're about a little over a year after Beebs proposed to me in this similar spot in Florida. So yeah, we're just gonna catch you guys up on our lives.
Yeah. True. Yeah. The last time we were here, we were at a different part of the beach, but it all looks the same. So
Yes.
and the last time we filmed on a beach, our entire thing got wiped
Yes.
somehow, some way.
Looking for the dead cat one, right?
Yeah. Sure. Put it on.
Is it not there?
I have the cat one.
Oh, it's okay. I thought there was both. Okay. Anyway, yes.
So yeah, but yeah, we got engaged in April last year, literally on this beach. So I think we'll roll the clip in the intro, but yeah, that's basically what it looked like. We're just a little further in. We're just at the beach at this water right now, and just want to do a quick little update of everything that's happened. You know how we're feeling and stuff, and yeah, that's about it. So
Yeah. So you have any questions?
since we got engaged here last year, and now that we're actually married since November, what's changed for you, and how has your future outlook changed based on everything that's happened in the last year and a half?
Well, I think in a good way, I feel like we haven't really hit a year of marriage, but since you proposed a year ago, things have been exactly what I expected in like the best way possible. And I think because it's just been us two, it's been really nice and we kind of know what to expect. So there's like a sense of predictability. I could assume that in the future when we have kids, it might be a little different, but we're up for the challenge. But overall, I'm very thankful that we're married and I'm happy. How
That's
about you?
definitely one thing that's like an update, is that now you're saying the word kids a lot, which is totally cool. I'm
Yeah.
glad. Because you used to say, you know, like baby and kids and stuff like every once in a while, but now it's like an actual conversation. So,
Yes.
which is cool. And then also the other thing that's changed is our future outlook on where we want to live and what we want to do. Well, I guess just to like kind of recap what's happened in the last years. I know we were like really active on BB Talk, like almost on a weekly basis. But I think, oh yeah, and I want to ask you this. I remember there was a point where, like, I was happy doing the editing and everything else, and I know you didn't want to, like, your reasoning was that you didn't want to divulge like all our personal information and stuff, like, of our
Yes.
relationship,
I still agree.
because our relationship is very sacred and it is beautiful, like the sky over here, Exhibit A, and I think we've come to the point where we don't have to talk about our relationship all the time, but it'll be cool to talk at least about a few things that we can help other people with. I think that's what's really changed for me, because before I like just talking and like giving advice and stuff, but also, you know, if there's nobody that has questions, and I know you wanted to take a little bit of a hiatus too, then, you know, that's fine. But yeah, that's so my question to you is, how come you want to restart doing the BB Talk, and what's changed for you, and how has your beliefs evolved in
Well,
order?
honestly, my beliefs are the exact same. I think, if I'm being honest, I think we always have good conversation, and my biggest motivation is that I want to utilize our network in the sense that, you know, we attract people with stories and all the things. So I want to be able to give a space for our friends to share their life stories that could help people, and just create like an open conversation to help others when it's necessary. I'm not really I stand on the same thing where I don't want to like share too much about like our personal life, but if we've like healed from it or whatever, we could help somebody. That I'm more open to sharing those things. So
Yeah.
yeah.
It's funny because when we first started dating, I think the reason our relationship is so good and just so like refined is because we were able to put a lot of time into it on the front end. Because at the time, you were working almost remotely, not remotely. You're working with me a lot of the times, and I was working from home like 24/7. And so for the first like year and a half, 2 years, we really just got to work on our relationship all the time, and show ourselves that we want to be together all the time, which I think is important. And now that you've had a job for the last year and a half, 2 years, and I now have a job as of February, I think the fact that we spent a lot of time in the front end makes it a lot more stable. It makes it a lot better. And so I think it's definitely a testament to us wanting to be together as a unit, which is good.
Well, I think I want to backtrack. I
yeah.
think the reason also why I didn't feel consistent with the BB talks is like even to this day, like even sitting on the beach right now, I think it's worth being honest that honestly I don't like looking back at footage sometimes and seeing like myself, because I feel like I've gained a bunch of weight and I'm still trying to lose it. I'm like in the middle of a fitness journey, and like conveniently there are people that are like perched right in front of us watching us do this BB talk.
Yeah.
And it's like I know that all these things are just hurdles that God or the universe wants. Like if we want it that badly, if we want to share our story that badly, if we want to create a platform with like-minded people that bad, we need to overcome these little inconveniences. We have to overcome talking on this episode in front of two random people looking right at us. We have to overcome sitting looking at ourselves with our back and rolls out and know that we're much more worth than how we look like or how we're being perceived. And I think that's the biggest thing.
Literally, like, live update. In the last 2 minutes, there have been two people that literally sat up chairs not 10 feet away from us.
Like they're literally watching us.
as if they have front row seats. So
but maybe that's the universe saying like, this is what it's gonna be like.
Yeah, it's always going to be like that. It's always going to be like, it's never going to be perfect. And that actually goes right back to our engagements, to which I have a story for. So we're going to roll the clip right now. And basically, the engagement, and I'm sure you had an idea, but basically, I wanted to propose to her on the beach, which I did, and my sister and her boyfriend helped set up like a little, like a patch on the sand and put a bunch of roses. And of course, that naturally gathered attention. So here's the thing. I'm probably like a 9.5 out of 10 introvert. And so I was hoping there was just going to be me, Janelle, my sister, and her boyfriend. And it ended up being essentially not a spectacle, but a show for about 200 people that were all perched up on their front side, ocean side mansions, looking over the entire beach. People on the beach turning their chairs because they know a special event's going to happen. And when I blindfolded her and walked her onto the beach, I just look around and there's literally 200, 300 people just like staring at us, all silently, of course. But
I loved it.
Yeah, but I did not love it because, introvert. But it's just like, I realized, okay, there's nothing I can do. And this is literally just what happens, I guess. This is just a special event. And, I'm not going to just like take her back and tell everyone to like stop looking. Like, I'm just going to go out and just do it. And I have no problem performing in front of other people or whatever. But it's just like, okay, when you don't expect it and now there's 200 people, you got a 200 people audience, then, it is what it is, whatever.
Yeah.
But so that's
like the
basically what it
message.
is.
It's like, I think with the BB talk, and that's what I learned with every episode, and even like with our little qualms that we work out, it's like I have to accept the fact that it's not ever going to be perfect. There's always going to be something. I'm always not going to feel the prettiest, but I know I have something worth saying, and I know that I could help at least one person feel seen. And I have to remind myself that's the reason why I even want to speak on anything. And same thing, I feel like you always see people doing podcasts that look like they have their whole life together, they have everything figured out, but we're just two normal people, and I think that's more relatable.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah.
But yeah, since the engagement, since being back here almost a year and a half later, and the wedding in between, which maybe we'll roll a clip on this one too. But yeah, it's just been a fun journey, and updates in terms of like life and lifestyle and stuff. But I mean, I can't say much, but I'll just say this: there will be a time in the future when we do want to move to Europe, and hopefully kind of figure that out and kind of go from there. Not that that's going to happen anytime soon. We don't know, but that is probably like one of the destinations we want to end up in the future. Especially because my parents are retiring in August this year, literally in July. Oh, that's next month. That's already next month. Okay, so
wow.
my parents are already retiring next month. Her parents want to retire also. Her mom is almost 20 years of the VA, and then hopefully she'll stop. And then your dad is talking about retiring like every other hour, and hopefully that happens too. So yeah, we just want to be a little bit more international than
Yeah.
than just being in the US all the time, because everybody's in the US, but who's American outside the US? Yeah, I'm saying like maybe in Asia, but like not as much in Europe. So yeah, so we'll see about that. But you definitely want to have kids now that we're married. That conversation is opening up a little bit more, which is nice, and I'm happy about that.
Yeah, me too.
So yeah.
Oh, let's talk about Love Island.
Yeah, sure. So Corbin and Parmita are my favorite characters.
Why?
They got booted off the show because Corbin is just so real. Like Corbin literally talks like a bro, and just like me, most of the things that he says is misconstrued, misunderstood, and literally everyone takes it in the wrong way, you know?
So you feel very seen by Corbin.
Yeah, so
and he felt very hurt when he was eliminated.
It's mainly just because like when guys talk amongst other guys, like 90% of everything that we say is a joke, because you don't talk serious stuff with your bros like 100% of the time. So when he was like at Casa and he was like, oh, Kenzie's out the window, like that literally, it doesn't mean that like, oh yeah, he hates Kenzie now. It's just like a bro way of like making fun of the situation and just like poking fun at like an otherwise serious conversation. And of course, when that's live streamed to the girls and they take it out of context, because girls can never understand the man's perspective, hence why they're a girl. And so when I just see Corbin and like, you know, Parmita having their relationship, it's just like they're attracted to each other physically. Maybe they're one brain cell and two brain cell, they make the whole brain cells, that's fine. But it's just, I would talk the same like about girls in college when I was a bro and I was single and all that stuff. And that's the whole point of, you know, Love Island, is to find a connection. But yeah, when he basically got roasted and absolutely cooked for everything that he said that was like a joke out of context, you know, because you were just, guys get excited sometimes. I don't know if girls know this, but guys get excited too. And literally 80% of the time we say things we don't mean. That's just the natural state of what guys do when they're with their bros, you know? With their bros is important. When you're with the girls, it's different, you know? But
Yeah.
you can't take a conversation with the bros and impose it onto what the girls' context and then think that it's all gonna be okay, because it's literally 80% jokes, but they take everything seriously 100%. So, but that's my assessment.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Trying to think.
How about you?
Yeah, I think my favorite couple has to be Bryce and Trinity, and I didn't expect that because, not gonna lie, in the beginning, to me it was giving like last season when Alandria and Austin, I believe, when they like kind of linked up, and I thought they were kind of just pairing with each other because they were like a safe option. And then I think it was after when Bryce came back from Casa and all his confessionals, when he talked about like him telling a joke to Alana, and he was like, she didn't get the joke, but Trinity would have gotten that joke. Like, it made me tear up, and I was like, that's honestly the type of thing that makes a relationship like deeper, is when you actually connect on like all levels, like humor, spirituality, you know, your mind, etc. And Trinity's a lot, like for her age, I think she's like 21 or 22. She's like really emotionally mature, and I feel like they actually bring out the best in each other, unlike every other fucking couple, because I feel like every other couple sucks. I'm sorry. Like, I mean, I think but they don't have a choice. Like, I realize like they're all kind of in it for the money, and like I just really wanted someone to be noble and real as fuck and just to walk out the villa on their own accord. Like, that would have made me so, like, fucking shocked. But no one got, like, if Melanie did that and, like, fucking stood up to Sincere, I would have, like, you know, supported her, like, for the rest of her life.
The one guy that definitely deserves to get cooked in every chat possible is Sincere for sure, because he lied to the bros too, or he
Really?
downplayed it, and then they
What did he lie
defended
about?
him. Like literally, because the thing is like he would tell the bros, "Oh yeah, you know, I didn't really pursue him that much or whatever," and then when they rolled all the clips and all the truth came out, it just made him look like an unsincere guy, literally.
Ironically.
And it's just like, yeah, because like when you talk to the bros, like you'll tell them the truth. You'll be like, yeah, you know, I did play her or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like bros will talk to each other that way. But when you're hiding things from the bros and then they roll the clip in front of the bros, I mean, you can expect to get roasted, you know. But like I do think that like all the girls and everything are mature, but as soon as they get all the information out of context, which bravo Love Island for just being such dicks for like making all the context seem so bad with no other context whatsoever and no explanations, and showing that to the girls in that way, absolutely despicable, but very good for drama, so good job. But I would say that mostly the girls were very immature when they were mad.
Yeah.
When they're mad and annoyed, they were so immature, and it's just so unclassy. Like when Titty was basically saying, hey, like you know, y'all would have ganged up on him too if you would have picked Carl, Anaya, and he came up by himself. Y'all would have, like, they wouldn't have ganged up on you like that. And then literally Kata just goes, and I'll fucking do it again. Like, shut the fuck up, bitch. Like, come on, man. Like, that's it's just like it's all ego now. It's all ego and it's all superficial and it's all like, why do y'all have to be so immature at the 11th hour? You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of asking questions, you immediately judge. And just because you got your ego hurt because you didn't get picked, now all of a sudden means that, you get to just roast all the guys. And then when they get annoyed because of your emotions, you stand up and like stand over him and yell in his face and he has to take that. Yeah, fucking right. Like, we're all human beings at the same time. It doesn't matter what gender we are, you know what I'm saying? So that's just my assessment. I just think that the girls are just very unclassy because how you do anything is how you do everything. So if they're like that when they're mad and annoyed, then you can't expect them to be the same when they get fully comfortable in the relationship with you. But that's my assessment.
For sure. Okay. I think closing things for myself, I'm going to share like two unpopular opinions. So first one, I really don't think Carl should even be with Anaya to begin with.
Carl needs to go home. He's in it just for the money because Anaya's the last one to be picked. Opening.
I mean, he's like definitely second option, obviously, but I think Carl is so perfect that it makes me question, like, he's like too good to be true type thing, but I think at this point he's kind of just in it to finish the game and he was voted back in and I don't think they should be together. Yep. I think they're cute together. I would have supported them being together if Anaya had picked him over KC from the jump, but I don't support their relationship as much as I thought I would. And then other unpopular opinion, which I know you won't agree with this, but I actually think Kenzie is playing the game perfectly, but at the same time I think she's gonna get hurt at the end because I think Dylan for sure is also in it for clout because Kenzie was the only girl that actually played the game in the sense that whenever, you know, something didn't work out, she would jump onto the next person. And I know there's like a big double standard with that, but now that she actually found someone like Dylan, you know, everyone's kind of like not buying it. And now I feel like she's actually catching feelings for him. She's just gonna get fucked over in the end because he's definitely just in it for the long game. But
so,
that's it.
So the first thing you said about Carl, I want to add on to that. You're absolutely right. He's too perfect. And as a guy, like as a guy outside
fishy?
looking in, here's the thing. He's 6'4". He's built. He knows Mandarin. He's a tennis pro. He's probably a millionaire. He's rich. He's, you know, 6'6", 6 foot, 6 figures, 6 whatever, you know?
Yeah.
But here's the thing. And girls don't realize this. They just see him on paper and they're like, oh my God, he's the perfect man, which on paper he is the perfect man. But let me give you some food for thought. He's got 6'6", all of that. Plus, he's rich. He speaks Mandarin. He's all these things. Why is he still single?
Oh,
Why does he need to come on a dating show called Love Island
maybe timing.
and be all this be super perfect on camera? Have you ever thought about that? You know, like before girls judge a guy how he looks on paper, have we ever considered the fact that if he's so perfect, why is he not in a relationship? Why is he on a
That's a good
game
short
show
Question.
playing this entire game when he seemingly has it all, but is still on a dating show, you know, and then we judge him or we don't judge him for like thinking about why he even is there in the first place. So
Great
there's
question.
there's got to be something about Carl, whether he's boring, whether he's just not good with relationships, whether it's something, but there's something to be said about why he's there to begin with. And why are we not questioning that? Why would you just see the things on paper? And he's probably really good at hiding it, not gonna lie. He probably is really good at that.
Do you
But
think he
as
could
a
be
guy,
like gay?
let's consider that he's there because he's trying to find love, but if he's that perfect, why is he there to begin with, you know?
Yeah. Good
Is
question.
he gay? I don't think so. He's definitely not gay.
Okay, so
he's
don't.
definitely not gay. The thing is, my guess as a guy, I think he's just like, of course, the start of relationship, he can be like really like exciting and everything's good and oh my god, you speak Mandarin and how do I say fuck you in Chinese, blah blah blah, whatever. Sure, that's cool. But as the relationship goes on, why can't he keep a girl? You know, if he's so perfect, why can't he keep a relationship? Is he just picky? Guys usually aren't that picky because guys don't ever get the chance to be picky. But if he is that perfect and he gets all of the different like possibilities, why
Maybe.
hasn't he doubled down on one? You know, so just something to think about.
Okay, and then what's your thoughts on Kenzie?
And then I think Kenzie, here's my honest opinion as a guy, and of course this is not a question that we can answer unless we actually ask Kenzie. She gives an answer, but I just feel she has such a high body count that she physically cannot bond with anybody, and therefore she is so good with just exploring other connections. Like
That's
she
pretty
wanted to
true.
be with Corbin, she wanted to be with like 20 other people, like all the and sure. And the thing is, it's easy to disguise your actions as just playing the game because that's literally what the game is. But I think the fact that you cannot pair bond, which is a result of a high body count, we're talking like 15, 20, 25 plus, right? Then because of that, you simply cannot like bond with somebody enough to want to stay in that relationship and overlook the fact that, okay, they're maybe not like the most perfect guy, but they'll be loyal. You know what I'm saying? Like Melanie is very loyal
I love
to
her.
a guy that doesn't deserve it. And
To a fault.
typically, and as a guy, just unpopular opinion, but that is typically a sign of a low body count. Whereas Kenzie has signs of high body counts all over the place. And, you know, this is America, so who cares? You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, maybe she should care. But at the same time, that's what her actions lead me to believe. So that's just my unpopular opinion. And feel free to roast me in the chat, you know, but that's just my view as a guy and my opinion as somebody that understands the male perspective. So
I love it. Well, those are all my closing remarks. Did you want to
Yeah.
talk about anything else?
no, I just wanted to say that I love you, and you know, ever since we had our first date at H Mart and the bar above Ari because we couldn't get a spot, I've always just loved you, and I'm just so happy that you take me with your vacations and all that stuff, and yeah, and you're like my second family because
Ah.
I have been sacrificing my family ever since I moved here in 2022
Aw.
because, you know, how often do I get to see them? And
Thank you for the
I know you'll be
sacrifice.
sad when the day comes and we'll have to move away and become our own family, but that's just a part of the game. And that's just, I'm giving my sacrifice now to not be with my parents so that, you know, you can at least understand what it will be like when we start our own family. And I'm just happy that they'll eventually be part of our life more than like they'll be part of our life versus we are part of their life now, you know.
For sure.
And I just love you, and I'm just happy to always be at these vacations. And yeah, who knew that I would like Pensacola and Destin and this area so much? This has probably become my favorite beach resort ever. So
Aw.
yeah, so ever since we went, because this is the third time we're here. You know, this is the third time I've been here. This is like your 20th time that she's been here. But I came here for the first time in 2024 when we all went on a family vacation. And ever
Yes.
since then, it's just been magical. So I just love my wife, and I can't wait to stay committed for the rest of my life. And hopefully you find a relationship like this as well that's worth committing to. So
Yeah, and I think I love you and ditto. But I think everything, like our big why at the end of the day is to help people. not saying like we're the pinnacle of a perfect, ideal relationship, but as someone who's, been through it as a girl navigating in this, hookup culture society in America, we just want to help people that are also looking for long-term, lifelong partnership that is somewhat healthy and that will help you like just experience the best that life has to offer together. So that's all.
And the thing is, even though we're not like the ideal perfect couple or whatever,
And I don't think that exists.
I think we are, in the sense that we're doing it right, because you should find a partner that is willing to build something with you. I think that's very important. If you meet someone at the finish line, and we're talking about the financial finish line, if you meet somebody there, you will never know if they like you for who you are or if it's just for your money. But if you're with somebody before you fully make it, and like you love each other because of who you are and not because one person has more money than the other, then I think that's a relationship worth pursuing and worth being with. Because at the end of the day, if you want reassurance, then you need to build something with somebody, and building something with somebody takes time. And so we also need to share our opinions, because I realize that everybody likes talking about relationships. Because,
I think so. I like talking
newsflash,
about it.
everybody wants to be in a relationship. Nobody just wants to be single for the rest of their life.
Or most
unless
people.
you're Barbara Corcoran, but that's okay.
A lot of people.
That's fine. A lot of people want to be single, and that's fine. But 95+% of humanity, they want to find somebody. They want to find their, relationship. And even though we're not the pinnacle or like perfection of a relationship, we're at least a couple that will share our
What we learned
learnings
to save you guys from heartbreak, if that.
and so that you
It
can
happened.
learn from our mistakes and
That.
our wisdoms. And so I think it's important that we keep doing these BB talks so that we can continue to share our wisdom with other people, and
Yes, guys.
and
But
so-
please comment down below what questions you guys have or what you guys want to talk about, because we're more than happy to talk about them.
Yep.
And now we're gonna spend time with our family.
That's
so
right. We will see you
Next
in
time,
the
next
next
BB
one.
talk.
Yeah, maybe with another background.
Okay.
Cool.
Bye.
All right, bye.